Hey everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and welcome to the channel today. First of all, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. This will be our first video here, and very, very excited about it. This is part 2 of What's New, which I finished up last week, the last week of 2023, and sort of did a recap of everything that was new in 2023. There was so much, I'm sure you missed some of it, and that's why I wanted to give a recap. When things are only a couple months old, it's still new. But here's what's coming, and there's some that's available now. Which is extremely exciting, and just like last week, just doing a rundown of the brands in alphabetical order. And if there's a manufacturer that's excluded, that doesn't mean that they're not coming out with something this year. It just means we haven't been privy to it yet. Okay, so it's yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about what we are privy to and what I can say to you. So first and foremost, Audionet. Audionet is going to be releasing this year, I'm told, some mono amps and a preamp in between the Max and Pre G2 and the Stern and the Heisenberg. So sort of right there in the middle. If you look at where those two are as far as priced, it'll be priced in the middle of that. And in addition, it will also, performance-wise, will be in the middle, which is going to be extremely hard to do because, well, Stern and Heisenberg is the penultimate. And then, you know, Pre G2 and Max was there until Stern and Heisenberg was there. So if they can thread that needle, that's going to be very special. Aesthetics will be, I'm told, very close to the Stern and Heisenberg. So extremely exciting. Last week I did not talk about the Auralic G3 because, well, it didn't come out even though it was announced. And this year it will be coming. I know, I mean, that, you know, it was right on the cusp. I believe it'll be coming in the next few months. This is extremely exciting. Auralic, to me, even the Aries G2.2 is the best USB streamer I'm aware of. And every time Auralic's ever done an update, whether it be the G2, 2.1, 2.2, I mean, there's been a significant step along the way. There's a big step between the G1 series and the G2 series, so I'm expecting the same between the G2 and the G3. And if they can improve the G2.2, which is really good, like I said, the best USB-based streamer that I'm aware of, and Rune Encore, well, then there you have it. G3 looks to be something extremely special. DeJitter It, who brought us Switch X last year and Apple TV X the year prior, 2022. We're in 2024 already. It's hard to grasp that. Anyway, DeJitter It is Chris is working on a Rune streamer, and like a very, very upgraded nucleus sort of device, and it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. We'll that'll probably come the second half of the year, and you know, he's already digging in and doing the research, and when that type of research is involved and it involves Chris Stevens, you can imagine that something extremely special will be rolling out. And then Grimm, the Grimm MU2 is coming. This is the wonderful Grimm MU1 with a built-in DAC. And this is, it was announced last year, but it really wasn't released. It was a couple pieces made it out. Fourth quarter 2023. For once, we decided not to be the beta testers and get in on the first run. So the second run, which we're in on and have many on order and are openly taking orders for, that's coming this quarter. That's coming this quarter, and that is expected to be a pretty phenomenal piece. We expect it to sit sort of where it is, price point, you know, somewhere in between the call it the Grimm MU1 or the Auralic G3 connected to a Tambique. This all-in-one piece we sort of expect to be somewhere in between there. The next thing, which is available right now, my good friends over at Cabala Research just released a couple of cables, brought me over a prototype of their Realization AES EBU cable. Now, the predecessor had and it's still in the line, was Elation, and Realization cable on the analog side has been out for a while. In fact, there was a Realization and is a Realization USB cable, the world's greatest USB cable. That's out there. But there was never a Realization AES EBU cable. Why? Because there wasn't technology at that point, and Cabala they're not ones just to, oh, we're coming out with a new line, we'll stamp a new label on it. There's got to be something in there new. They have to be able to create a significant step forward. I put this cable in, and I mean, I have heard everything, and I know what cables do. I've taken cables to a lot of your homes. We know what cables do. I was even bowled over by what this AES EBU cable step up from the Elation did. I had Elation from the Grimm MU1 to the Tambique, and just replacing one cable, oh my. I mean, I first did it in my studio where I've got Vivid G2S2s. That cable turned those speakers into spirits. I mean, it's just big and expansive and deep and dynamic in any and every way. Absolutely it did it. Guys, for those that bought the Grimm MU1 from me and bought an AES EBU last year, you're going to be getting an email from me, because remember, Cabala has the best upgrade policy out there. I believe, if you've got it, if you've had it for a year, you're going to get 90% of that cable back of that AES EBU towards the purchase price of this Realization. So look for that email. We're taking orders. They're shipping today, and I was just bowled over on that. Also, it was still with Cabala at the same time they're releasing a Realization LAN cable, and this thing, Joe brought it over last week, and we sat and listened to it. And again, their former one was, I believe it was Emotion, and now we've gone to Realization. I mean, a massive step. I don't know how you can, do magic with a LAN cable, but he's done it. He has done it. This thing, it just, forget about listening to a hi-fi system. It was the performance. It was bringing the performance home on everything we played. It was, it just took everything to master tape level. Joe and I sat and played Ben's Blues from Ben Webster, and we were doing it on a quad DSD. Now, we've listened to this track together at least 1,000 times. It's a phenomenal piece. If you don't know it, it's on the Ben Webster Gentle Ben album, and it's the first track, Ben's Blues. And if you do it in quad DSD, it's master tape level. I mean, I believe it's a direct rip from the master. Yeah, in fact, it is. It is, and they're using it. They're using the merging gear, with the Pyramix, and that's how they ripped it. In any case, this just brought Ben Webster into the room like we've never heard. Listening to it 1,000 times, hearing it on the system that we've heard it. We had never heard it until we played it. And what we did is we took the Roon nucleus directly into the Switch X with that cable. So one LAN cable, and boom, phenomenal. You're going to want to try this, that's for sure. Also, still on Cabala sauce and with Grimm, what we've done is we've modified a Grimm. Grimm has a piece of LAN cable inside their unit connecting some boards. And so a very simple pop the cover, unplug that LAN cable, plug the new one in, so it's easy to go back as well. We're not doing any modifications, any boards or anything. Well, they took it to a Grimm MU2, whatever, you know, I mean, it just really took it up several notches. Big performance increase. So those interested in that, give me a call. Next up is Kronos. Now, Kronos is going to be exciting. In fact, as I'm talking to you today, Dick Diamond's on a plane on his way here. We're driving up to Kronos tomorrow to see Louie, hear some of the latest stuff. We've talked about a new phono stage for a while. Well, the new phono stage is in, I had heard probably 3/4 of it. It's now finalized. We're going up to listen to that. I mean, it was already the best phono I'd ever heard. So now we're going to do it. We'll get to hear it tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. It's going to be great. Awesome. So that is coming. That is definitely coming. It'll be released at the Munich show. It'll be shipping very soon after that. And also there'll be an introduction of a new turntable. Kronos is coming out with a new turntable this year. Not discontinuing any turntables that they have. You know, well, except for, you know, that Pro was a limited edition, which maybe there's a couple left. So this is sort of fits as a replacement for that, but it's not a direct replacement. It's trickle down technology from the Discovery. Speaking of Munich last year, we were introduced, got to see an old friend, Dominique Brulhart, who if that name means anything to you guys, he's the software guy for merging technologies, and who's really, Merging Technologies wrote the book on DSD. I mean, anyone and everyone doing any sort of DSD recording, or these guys that are doing like high def tape transfers, HDTT, and all of these, like Cookie Marenko does it, everything with DSD. If you're doing DSD, 99 times out of 100, it's being done with merging Fidelity equipment. The Pyramix software, the Hoppy, and so on and so forth, everything. The Swiss company. But if you're doing recording, you're using merging technology. Well, merging technology had a consumer line, an ADAC, and some clocks and a power unit and a streamer and so on and so forth, which all went away when Sennheiser purchased them. But merging had always worked with a company called Merging Fidelity. And I'm getting to this, it's a long story. And Merging Fidelity has now become Master Fidelity, and Master Fidelity has gone out and reinvented a new chip and has really come out with the true world's only 1-bit DAC. And it's still going to be called an ADAC. There's a ADAC D, and well, Dominic Brulhart and his partner Weishen from Merging Technology is involved in this new. They're the principals of Master Fidelity, and this new ADAC D and ADAC C is, from what Dick and I heard at Munich, and from what we're hearing right now, this is going to be the end-all DAC and clock. And it is in production right now. We've got them on order, and you're going to want to hear this. I mean, it's the end-all and be-all for DSD recording, and really the world's only true 1-bit DAC. You know, if you know the people over at like Turtle Records, Turtle, the Spirit of Turtle, go to that website and check that out and the stuff that they do. And that's all backed up by Bert Vanderwolf. And he is, I think, the undisputed king for recording. And look who the distributor of the Netherlands and Benelux area is for Master Fidelity and this new ADAC equipment, and it's Bert. I mean, I have people, recording engineers, mixing engineers, record labels come in here. You know, I'm not going to drop names, but they come in here and they want to hear, what do you got by Bert? You know, I mean, it's just, you know, it's just know that they just say Bert, and you know it's Bert Vanderwolf. And you can go, if you're unfamiliar with his recordings, and they are the best of the best, then go on to Qobuz, you know, in Rune, type in Bert Vanderwolf, go to discography, and boom, they all come up. So I mean, if that's not a testimonial, I don't know what is. This is something we are extremely excited about. Getting back to, you know, so Munich seems to be where everyone wants to really introduce stuff. And the next two things I mentioned are going to be Munich as well. And that is Mola Mola. Mola Mola will be introducing a couple of new monoblocks at Munich, building on the Perca technology, utilizing trajectum technology. This is going to be phenomenal. And Mola Mola is, they're going to have an incredible suite at the show at Munich with them and Kronos and Cabala Sosna and Vivid. So now we're speaking about Vivid. And Vivid is also going to be introducing a new speaker in 2024. Very soon, actually. No, it's not going to be a Kaya. Those 4 models are going to remain. And no, it's not going to be a Gia. And those 4 models will remain. But this will be something entirely different. And different it will be. If you know what Lawrence Dickey does, everything is different. And everything is phenomenal. So I'm expecting something very serious out of this. We'll be having a launch here at GTT Audio on this product and on this new speaker. And I'm just super, super, super excited to hear it. So, and to be part of it, it's going to be something extremely special. Well, I think we're off to a great 2024. Looking forward to all these products being released. I told you about them, so you could be looking forward to them as well. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.